Do you know the easiest way to get a strategic advantage in a game of chess? Well, the position in front of you is a positional puzzle that illustrates this idea, one of the absolute easiest ways to get a strategic advantage in a game of chess. You'll be solving for the black pieces. It is black to move. Give you a chance to solve the puzzle. Pause the video, and then I will give you the answer. Okay? Solve it now. All right. Now, this particular position deals with minor pieces. And the position is quite symmetrical, as you can see, although black does have a space advantage on the queen side. The easiest way to get a strategic advantage in most games of chess is to grab the two bishops. And this is what black does in this game. This is actually Jeremy Silman with the black pieces. This comes from one of his early editions of How to Reassess Your Chess, not the current edition that you can get now. And he plays the move knight to c5, aiming directly at the bishop at b3, which has nowhere to go. So he's going to get the two bishop advantage. His opponent plays bishop to e3, a5, expanding on the queen side. So he goes ahead and gives up the other bishop. Bishop takes c5, bishop takes c5, then plays a4. He wants this pawn to go forward so he can get some control over the c4 square. King e7, knight e to c3, again to try to get this pawn to advance. The pawn advances, and now knight to b1. The idea is the knight wants to go to d2 and then to c4, the newly weakened square. Knight to d7, knight to d2, and here Jeremy Silman plays bishop to d4, putting some pressure on the queen side, although that's currently defended, of course. And then rook to c1 was played, and this was a slow move and a mistake. He decides to play the exact same maneuver again, knight to c5, hitting the same bishop with the other knight. He wants the two bishops pure, two bishops versus two knights. And the opponent plays rook to a1 to defend the a4 pawn. He loses that tempo. He wants to play the bishop to c4 in an attempt to save it, but it is too late. Silman grabs it, bishop e6, and he already has a clear advantage with the two bishops and space. After rook c1, rook h to d8, his opponent played knight to c4. If he takes the pawn, then he just contests the file, and even though he's down a pawn here, the rook penetrates and black is just much, much better. After knight to c4, actually, the computer gives an amazing idea for black. The best move, apparently, is to just play rook to d6, giving the rook up for free. And after knight takes rook, king takes, the pressure of these pawns and these two bishops is so great, white is completely lost. It's like +4 for black. So after king e2, bishop to b3, aims at this pawn, knight e3, c5, and the strength of these pawns and the pressure against the a4 pawn is decisive. Black is completely winning in this position. I hope you've enjoyed this puzzle, and if you see the chance to grab the two bishops in one of your games, I suggest you do it. It's usually low-hanging fruit in chess. See you again soon at Chess Dog. Goodbye.